Basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Portland this season.
This is a team they faced and overcame in last year's playoffs.
Jackson for three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Pass to Wagner. Grant, when you talk about these two teams tonight, I think it's fair to expect a barrage of three-point shooting.
Oh, for sure, B.A. That's the usual game plan from both sides. It's going to be raining threes here tonight. And if they're falling, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And so Jackson nails both of them. And Giddey has got the ball here for Portland. Pass to Banchero. Now here's Porzingis. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Doncic. And stolen by Markkanen. Banchero right side. They kick it out to Porzingis. Counted from distance.
When Porzingis is knocking down that three-point shot consistently, it opens up other aspects of his game.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. And Porzingis with the block.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
Here's Doncic going inside. Pass to Hendricks. Knocked loose. Here's the break. Here's Banchero. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
I mean, if I was out there, I'd probably test anyone but Jackson Jr.
Wagner on the wing. And here's Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
For Kristaps Porzingis, we know this guy has all-star level talent. For him, it's about staying healthy. At 7'3", if he's able to stay away from injuries, this guy is a big-time threat.
Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Let's see them dance.
Blazers substitution, number 10.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Giddey. He's averaging about 15 points per game. He's been a solid contributor. Pass to Banchero. Clock at 6. And it's Giddey with the 3.
You have to be excited about Josh Giddey. This guy knows when to shoot off the catch.
Jackson outside to stop the run. Can't hit that one.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Back to Banchero. It's Markkanen on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Thunder trail by 5. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, Doncic is used to and accustomed to all this contact. In fact, you get the sense he loves and relishes this kind of play.
Now here's Giddey. He's averaging about 15 points per game. He's been a solid contributor. Here's Doncic. .146 left in the first quarter. Jackson the screen. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot from outside the arc. And that's good. Jackson for 3. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
1:21 left in the first quarter here. Markkanen. Not going to go that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, the court awareness that Luka plays with, knows exactly when and where to deliver the pass.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. Markkanen misses. So it's Oklahoma City now. Doncic, good.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
To the paint. And stolen by Jackson. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. And the dunk by Jackson.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Inside. Wagner. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Ooh, that's on the defense there. Ideal positioning for Franz Wagner to throw it down.
Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Wagner on the wing. Back to Banchero. Stolen by Jackson. Got it up. The shot misses. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder?
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. For 3, Collier. Porzingis grabs the board. Blazers trail by 6. Pass to Wagner. Back to Giddey. The 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, BA, this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
Back to Porzingis. Over Okoro. Porzingis misses.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
For 3, Collier. Knocks down the long J. Collier's got 5 points in the quarter.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Marketing from long range. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Sarr. Porzingis in the post. The 3-ball.
Obviously, the scouting report on Okoro starts with his defense. He's physical, he's relentless, and he gives maximum effort.
Here's Collier. Pass to Houston. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
This one for 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Here's Okoro. And that one is hammered home.
What an incredible athlete this guy is. Okoro rises up and finishes with force.
Kicks it out to Wagner. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Thunder leading by 13. Here's Okoro. Uses the glass on the layup.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
It's Markkanen on the wing. Here's Wagner. The shot from the low post is good.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
What growth from Lowry, Markkanen, Doris, the 2023 Most Improved Player Award winner.
Yeah, you think about it. Markkanen entered the league at just 20 years of age. You forget how young these guys are sometimes. But Markkanen finds a great situation where he's a featured part of an offense, and then he makes an all-star team.
Pass to Porzingis. Out to Sabonis. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Collier. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Collier's got 7 points in the game.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
And that one's good. Markkanen.
It appears their offense is lacking some balance right now. Maybe too much reliance on the 3-ball. Out
to the right wing. From deep, Sarr. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to give them a breather and talk things over. Both teams will make substitutions. Blazers trail by 18. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. A minute 22 left in the second quarter. Oh, Brooks with the steal.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
And solid mechanics on Banchero. His motion is consistent whether he's at the top of the key or in the corner.
Pass to Ellis. Now Doncic. Three-pointer, Brooks. It's rebounded by Banchero. Blazers trail by 20. Outside Porzingis. Bancaro outside. Porzingis sets a screen. Another shot. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
Guys, how about that body control from Porzingis? You think it's easy at 7'3" to gut your way through that kind of contact? That's nice.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Doncic outside. Back to Brooks. Beyond the arc. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Brooks has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Bancaro. Can't hit from in close.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back with you shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Pass to Okiki. Over to the left wing. Bancaro surveys. Porzingis with it. Brooks defending. 5 to shoot. Back to Porzingis. Up and over Doncic. Vincent with the ball. Pass to Nurkic. From downtown. There's the steal. In transition, here they come. From deep, here's Doncic. The shot off that time. And so it's Bancaro who brings it up for Portland. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
From deep, here's Doncic. Portland with a rebound.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Bancaro's got 7.
Well, this is just excellent work in the mid-range, and you see how comfortable Paolo is taking those opportunities.
Oklahoma City calls timeout. The Thunder making a switch here. Oklahoma City leading by 15. Doncic outside. Here's Jackson. Oh, can't finish the one-handed jam. On offense, here are the Trailblazers. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Hendricks. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
The 3 from Bancaro. From distance, Paolo.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Jackson right side. Brooks outside. Pass to Doncic. The 3 is up. And again, Oklahoma City no good.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance. Well, a great offensive player keeps defenders off balance. Luka Doncic does just that.
It's his first trip to the line.
If free throws were an issue for him in their last contest, he just couldn't find the mark.
More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, B.A. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Pass to Hendricks. From behind the arc. Porzingis grabs the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Thunder leading by 12. 3-on-3. Here's Jackson. Kicks it out to Jackson. Three-pointer, Brooks. Gets the three ball to go. Brooks has got 6.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
The kick out to Banchero. Doubled by Jackson. Fader on the way. And Banchero gets it to go. Banchero's got 9 points in the quarter.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
There's Jackson with the 3. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Pass to Porzingis. The kick out to Banchero. The three-pointer off the mark. And here are the Thunder now. Earlier they held a 23-point lead.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Futures coming your way, fans. Who needs one? Make some noise.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Blazers trail by 18. Up top, Sabonis. Kicks it out to Wagner. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis. Wagner's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Okoro outside. Pass to Collier. Here's Post. It's guarded by Markkanen. Here's Collier. Hits the front of the rim and out. And Portland has possession. Timeout called. The Thunder. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
1:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Now Wagner. He has 7. Shot clock at 6. Back to Giddey. Pass to Sabonis. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. And it's Giddey missing. Oklahoma City leading by 15. Throws it down despite a man right in his face. Opportunity here to make it a 3-point play.
A tremendous poise from Okoro on that play. Takes the contact, concentrates through the finish.
40 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter of basketball. The open shot, Sabonis. Portland, no good that time either.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Plenty of space. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Here's Collier. And he banks in the layup. Collier's got 9.
Textbook pass to exploit the fast break. Gets it out ahead for the easy bucket.
Poke loose. He takes it in. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Just 4 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Sabonis. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder continuing to pile it on. Up.
The Trailblazers, 39.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Okoro outside. Here's the 3. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Wagner inside. Sarr pulls it in. Thunder leading by 22. And stolen by Markkanen. Here's Wagner. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. Here's Collier. Pass to Sarr. Here's Collier. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. Horford with a steal. Wagner, left side. Now here's Markkanen. Well, when you list the best players in the NBA right now, Doris, most of the top guys are from outside the U.S.
BA, I don't know why that is. There's a lot of theories out there, one of which is the 1992, the initial Dream Team, so captivated the imagination of fans across the world. So I think that's part of it. We have to love that the game of basketball is so popular in countries outside of the United States, and we would be making a mistake if we did not give the league the credit it deserves for wanting to grow the game internationally. It has not been solely and exclusively focused here in the United States. They want everyone to love the game as much as we do.
Here's Sabonis. Again, the miss by Portland.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Pass to Houston. The 3 is up. Sends it home from three-point land.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Wagner on the wing. And here's Sabonis. And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Wagner on the wing. From the arc. Tries again.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Pass to Houston. Here's Sarr. That shot off. Some solid defense from Markkanen. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Thunder foul.
So both teams changing it up here.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Porzingis. Takes a 3. The rebound by Jackson. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Jackson, the screen. Here's Brooks. No good from outside. Banchero with it. Check by Brooks. Banchero drives. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Boy, you get a sense of the impressive mobility for a guy Paolo Banchero's size. That long stride gets the whistle.
And he can't hit the second. Jackson, right side. Back to Doncic. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Giddey. The finish! Oh, Banchero throws it down.
That's just great pressure, resulting in Giddey getting the steal, and then he gets it up the floor in a hurry.
Right wing. Here's Hendricks. The Thunder with another miss. Here's Banchero. Pass to Markkanen. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
There's a lot to deal with when you're talking about Markkanen. This guy is skilled at 7 feet, can put it on the deck. This guy's just a very difficult guy to guard.
Jackson the screen. And Doncic, here we go. Can't connect from short range. And here are the Trailblazers now. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Outside Giddey. Banchero outside. Just 5 to shoot. It's deflected. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Oklahoma City leading by 22.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Thunder.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And the shot goes in.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And Banchero gets it to go.
Well, you watch Paolo Banchero and the offensive arsenal. This guy is just built to score the ball.
There's Jackson with the three. Kicks it to Doncic. Back to Brooks. And there's a 3-second violation.
Trailblazers ball.
Well, you look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
First one falls for him.
When you look at Josh Giddey's overall skill set and combine that with the 6'8" size and the point guard mindset that he has, he is special. The playmaking, the willingness to score it in tough spots. This guy has got a bright future.
Jackson can't get it to go. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Kicks it out to Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
And here's Giddey. Launches it. That shot off the mark. Here's Hendricks. And that one drops.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll do it, folks.